Ionic compounds have high melting point and high boiling point. So highlight this, high melting point, high boiling point, and why? Because inside giant ionic structure, the ions are held together by strong ionic bonds. So in order to melt them or boil them, it means it change it from solid to liquid. So I use another page here. So for melting, it changed the substance, the ionic compound, change it from solid to liquid like here, and then gas further away, okay? Gas like here, further away. So these are the very 即係好簡陋嘅一個particle models 啦。For inside the particles are packed regularly and closely together by ionic bond. And then for liquid, it's separated by a longer distance. They separate by a longer distance. The particles are more further apart, okay? And then for gases, the particles are very far away in gas. So when we melt, it changes from solid to liquid. So melting changes it from solid to liquid. It means we need to separate the particles to a longer distance. So in order to separate the particles, we need to break the ionic bonds. So if the ionic bonds are strong, we need much energy to break the bonds between the particles and make it become a liquid. Alright? That's why if the ionic bond is strong, the melting point is high and also the boiling point is high. 就因為我哋每一次 melting 同 boiling 都好啦，其實都係要將啲 particles 嘅距離拉遠啲。咁所以如果啲 ionic bond 好強嘅話，即係佢哋中間嘅吸力好強嘅話，咁我哋咪要多啲力、多啲 energy 先拆到佢哋咯。咁所以個 melting point 同埋 boiling point 即係相對地要用多啲 energy 啦。咁所以個 melting point 同 boiling point 就高啦，因為個 ionic bond is strong. So we need much energy in order to break the particles and separate the particles. Not break the particles, to break the bonds and then separate the particles. Alright? And then number 2, it do not conduct electricity. They do not conduct electricity in solid state. So firstly, I want to tell you here. So maybe you listen first before you copy anything. So for a substance to conduct electricity, it needs some movable and charged particles in order to conduct the electricity, alright? So for the substance to conduct electricity, it needs movable and charged particles to conduct the electricity. 即係話要通電其實就係要啲喐得啦，同埋有 charge 嘅嘢，跟住去帶啲電由一邊去另一邊啊嘛。係啦，呢個係個要求。咁有啲乜嘢係喐得而係有 charge 嘅咧？就有 two examples. We have two examples of movable and charged particle for conducting electricity. One of them is the delocalized electron. Delocalized electron. We need delocalized electron in order to conduct electricity or mobile ions. Any one of them. If we have delocalized electron, it's fine. We can conduct electricity. If we have mobile ions, then it can conduct electricity. 即係是但一個 either one is fine. So either delocalized electron or mobile ions. Then the substance can conduct electricity. Then for ionic compound, I want to record this with you. In chapter 7, we have talked about this. 嗱，即係好似呢個好細啦，呢個 diagram。呢個講咩嘅咧？其實係之前我哋學嗰個第7課咧 ，for chapter 7我哋有學過咧。其實嗱，我重新畫過啦，因為太細啦呢度嚇。So in chapter 7, we have learned about, so this is the dry cell. And then after it is connected to a filter paper, okay. After it is connected to a moistened filter paper, so suppose here is a crystal of potassium permanganate, and then it is inside the filter paper we have some solution like sodium sulfate solution, moistened with sodium sulfate solution. AQ mean aqueous solution. 呢個代表 solution 咁解，括號 AQ 代表 solution. So for this, remember after some time there is a purple patch moved to one side. So this explains why, because this is positive and this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. For the sign connected to the positive terminal, it is positive. So this sign is negative because it is connected to negative. So after some time, originally it is a purple crystal. So after some time you will see a purple patch move to this side. Why? Because the permanganate is negative and then move to the positive terminal because it is attracted 正負相吸啊. So for the negative permanganate ions, it is attracted to the positive sign because positive and negative attract each other. Alright? So this explains we have ions inside ionic compound. So potassium permanganate is an ionic compound. So when it is dissolved in the solution, it becomes potassium ion and permanganate ions. 跟住咧有 ions 之後咧正負相吸咧，咁就會令到負嗰個咧就去正嗰度啦，咁所以佢哋係喐到嘅，咁就行咗過去啦。咁其實呢個實驗最終其實係要證明咧喺 ionic compound 佢哋喺solution 裏邊咧係會通電嘅，因為佢哋有 mobile ions. Okay, so here. So for ionic compound, they can conduct electricity in molten state or in aqueous solution because there are mobile ions. So in the ionic compound, they conduct electricity in molten state or in aqueous solution. So what are these? Molten means melt into liquid. 嗱，呢個括號 L 代表 liquid 啦。Molten means it melts into liquid from solid. So it is a liquid state. Maybe liquid state is also fine. 你寫 liquid state 都得，唔使一定 molten state. Or in aqueous solution. Aqueous means with water. Inside water. It dissolves in water. Aqueous solution. OK? 好啦，咁我哋用圖嚟講啦。So inside solid, we have ions, but it is not mobile. So for solid sodium chloride, it cannot conduct electricity because we have ions, but they cannot move. They are in fixed position, packed regularly. 嗱，有 charge ions， 但係唔喐得都係冇用，一定又要喐得啦，又有 charge 先得。咁 for this, it is not mobile, so it cannot conduct electricity. Okay, so the light bulb will not light up. And for this, with heat, so with heat, it will melt the solid to liquid. So molten means it melts. So for this heating, it will melt the solid to liquid. And for this, light bulb light up because we have mobile ions here. The ions are movable. 咁點解有個箭嘴向呢邊，有啲正嘴向呢邊咧？就因為正負啦。一邊係正就會吸負嘅 ions 啦。另一邊呢個負嘅話就會吸正嘅 ion 過去咯，咁就係總之就係有 mobile ions 啦。So because there are mobile ions, so it can conduct electricity. And then for aqueous solution, so when it dissolves in water, the ions are also mobile, so it can conduct electricity. Alright?